there, and welcome back to Number One Geek. It's me, Saz, and we're here back with Order 66 mod for RimWorld. Just a few things before I start. I've noticed I've been a bit of a duffer yet again, because I've been doing things individually, and I forgot that you can actually do orders, where you can hold the shift button down and order things to happen. Don't even have to hold the shift button down, in fact. So I've been spending all this time individually knocking things out, and I shouldn't. I'm a numpty, what can I say? The second thing is I've been having trouble with shadowplay. I think this is a common problem that a lot of people have with shadowplay. Now, I do intend to get myself a recording card for my PC. The only problem is there's a certain amount of a financial issue that's stopping me. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm reprocessing the data to try and get the sound matching up, because shadowplay, for some strange reason, records in a variable frame rate, so that can bubble up when using a linear program like I have. I can't afford to buy myself one that will be able to cope with that, so money's a bit of a problem. But that's not your problem, it's mine. Hopefully next time I will probably be able to take a closer look at the frame rate and the actual size, so that we don't have a shrinked screen for that we have with the last time. So, story so far. Riadra, Smiles, Vince and Diver have managed to pretty much eat themselves out of fairly nice living. They managed to successfully pull the wool over the Imperial's eyes, and they've been meeting the rebels, who, to be honest, have disappointed them. However, having thought about this, I'll talk about it later, but having watched Rogue One and discussing a few things with my friends when we were doing role playing and stuff like that, I'll get onto that subject about the rebels in a bit. The next important thing is Giggles has come along. Giggles was part of a siege invasion that failed, but unfortunately we lost quite a bit of life because of it. Diver has had a left thumb shot off and a left eye shot out. Vince is okay. Smiles is fine, but Riadra has had her right hand shot off. Now, the good thing for Riadra is that she is actually a prostophile, so that means she wants to have parts changed and stuff. So she's got an excuse now, so she's a happy bunny. Giggles, we've managed to quite quickly bring into the fold. She's not exactly the best when it comes to stuff. She's okay at melee, but she's very good at handling, medicines, growing, and artistic and crafting. So she might be the stay-at-home character, the one that doesn't go out and fights. She's the one who's going to keep the place tidy. Consequently, I've put her down as a cleaner. I'm going to remove Smiles' part on that one. I've also put her down as a researcher as well, and also we were looking at the fact that we might need to build a tailor's bench. So we're working towards that. The next thing we also want to do is make sure that we've got a room here. Giggles is currently sleeping in the spot that Smiles used to be in until Smiles had herself a room, and hopefully from that point on we will be able to deal with whatever comes. Looking at our research, I did mention beforehand that I wanted to get some autocannons, and I'm trying to work out where I would need gun turrets. They're there, so I need to make sure I've got the microelectronics basics. Whether I want that before I want the smithing, I'm not 100% sure, but we'll have to see with it. If you have a particular preference, before I run through, because unfortunately I am the sort of person who tends to enjoy themselves when I'm playing this game, and I have got quite a bit of content put up playing this game. But I suppose the best thing is content over comments right now, because I've only just started and I am very new to this one, so this is why there's been quite a few mistakes, and I haven't even looked at trying to go live yet. So there's things that I need to look at and make sure that I'm happy with before I feel that I should be making any sort of decisions in regards to where I'm going with this. But that being said, we are going ahead with dealing with all these people, and I'm talking nonsense, so we might as well just carry on and go. The other thing I might do is take that off and cancel structure. What am I doing? Deconstruct. There we go. Put in a steel wall there. It's done. Let's also speed everything up as well. They've learnt that collecting valuable items we left for taking not far from us. Collection consists of wooden longsword, steel longsword, uranium shiv, machine pistol, heavy SMG, launcher pistol. Unfortunately, it won't last. Others will take the items in 20 days if we don't. But it will tend to attract dangers everywhere. Unfortunately, everyone has no idea. So. Well, it looks like we need a trade beacon, which we don't have. I'm not too sure that we have the amount of silver either. We only have 175, but we need 350. So let's reject. Don't know if they'll be around on the map. Well, that was new. That was interesting. Now, I don't know if that was part of the mod or actually part of the game. Now I'm thinking I might actually turn this into a medical centre, only because I need it, really. Is there anything else that you know, if obviously you see anything that I might be missing or need to add, please obviously leave a comment and I'll have a read through. I have switched my comments to automatic recently because the only thing that I've been getting at the moment is just spam, which is the reason why I put it on automatic, for me to read through them anyway. It will be read. Right, so we've got an eclipse, which means that the solar power is now not working and we're relying solely on our batteries. Which reminds me, I wanted to do something interesting here, which is deconstruct and put some power lines across here and across there. Okay. Looks like I've accidentally so what I need to do is put these bad boys in, pop a steel door in. So that should now be able to take off the prisoners. People else can have their bits and pieces back. So apart from me being a... well, no. Cancel that. So now I've remembered how to play this game. I mean to be honest, you know, full disclosure, I've not played this game for a while now. I've had lots of things to do, like Solaris and all the new Space Engineer stuff that's come out, and obviously, you know, building up #1 Geek, so I've got a good repository of interesting and fun things for people to watch. Whether I'm successful at that is another is another matter, but there we go. You know, beggars can't be choosers. I think what I'm going to do here is I might actually deconstruct these parts here as well and put a steel door in there. Now, my other plan was to furniture put a standing lamp in there. So what I was thinking of doing was maybe putting the underground plants and stuff. I might end up putting it as another room somewhere. I mean, the other thing is I can expand now out this way because I've obviously removed the part out. So what shall I do? What we can do is go into planning mode. And maybe look at doing something like that, so that we've got a nice entrance there. Makes life a little bit easier for ourselves. That means I can then put in proper wall there before I put in a proper wall here. Now I just realised I need to put in a metal wall there. Before I give people some room. That's another good question, actually. How would we be doing for geothermal power? Back to my... I'm kind of thinking the microelectrics might be our next biggest thing to go for, because there's so much here, like the hospital beds, television, moisture pump, multi-analyzer, mineral scanner, geothermal power, and the gun turrets. There's so much there that would be so useful for us to defend ourselves with, and we could probably look at smithing a bit later. Defending ourselves is probably our priority over... Sorry, I just spotted a little mistake. Quick. Yeah, so yeah, defending ourselves is a bigger priority at the moment, because we're obviously dealing with some seriously bad dudes. Listen to me, bad dudes. Sound like I'm from an 80s cartoon. So I noticed I kept missing Diver upgrading and her force abilities. What I might do is I might actually give her heal self, simply because she was missing that when she lost her hand or got attacked. Right, now Taylor bench. Let's have some builds, shall we? Make custom Jedi robe. It's the details. Okay. Right. 2 until... yeah, let's make it 10. Now what we'll do is we'll find out who is the best crafter. Smiles... oh, Taylor, don't we? Smiles, Riadra, and Giggles. So I'm going to put Giggles on it because she's got, well, and Smiles, but I'm going to put Giggles. I want to have her a little bit more specialised in the arts, because she'll be looking after the house more than anything else. Back we go to the structure. Good stuff. Only reason I've changed it out is just makes it a lot harder for the any prisoners to escape, as we unfortunately lost White due to her inability to stay put. I suppose is the best way of putting it. Actually, if I remember correctly, there you go. Make life easy for myself. think what we might want to have a look at as well is maybe building a wind turbine at some point. Simply because put it on the side there as well. Should mean next eclipse we can still charge up the batteries, hopefully with the wind. Furniture. So we're kind of moving now into electric area. I'll look at the sun lamp a bit later, shall we? Finally, nice double bed in here. Ooh. Cargo pods. Potatoes. Doesn't like a bit of potato. That's the food stock. Thank you very much. Hopefully I'm not overstretching myself here. Nearly there now. Okay, it looks like these guys have nothing to do. Which I suppose in one way is good, but in another way, it ain't. Let's get them harvesting this hill here. Maybe also cutting down some trees. those trees. All the trees. Gives them at least something to do. Now the other thing is, I may have left. You can go get this. That's right. What am I doing? I've created a larger zone, but I haven't created the stockpile for it. See, this is why I'm a numpty. Now, hopefully, we can now start hauling this nonsense back. Now, I was pretty sure that I may have dropped a lightsaber up here, which might be hiding underneath this club. I was looking through the software, the last the attack, just to see where I went wrong and what I may have missed, and it appears that a lightsaber may have been dropped. Now that might not be the case. An easy way to actually check, really, is gear. See, she doesn't have any gear. She has a cross hilts. Vince has a lightsaber. She has a pump action. So yeah, so we're missing a double-bladed lightsaber. Ah, the curved-tailed lightsaber. Fortunately, I picked it up, so that's one good thing. The other thing is, Diver, you have what I believe is a shoddy pump action shotgun. So why don't you change it to the good one? Can't believe out of all those graves that I've just undug, or just dug, should I say, I've only got 3 left. I mean, as a way of like keeping things at a low profile, a big rock with a door hanging out of it, yeah, you can probably say, well, that's probably just some smugglers or something like that. But the amount of graves that are hidden behind it might attract a few people. I'm a bit curious as to why there are so many graves there. Oh, you naughty Jedi, you. The other thing is that I'm going to have to start skinning animals, I think. Or, let's see what I've got the chance to do with another growing zone, perhaps, which I will stick here. Make a cotton plant. Maybe at least I can start making some cotton robes. let's speed up again. Chocolate. Chocolate. Some of us like to say. Vince, I never thought you'd be a chocolate person. Mad animal. What have we got? Oh, some mad hair. Far are they away? Yeah, that's really not going to cause too much in the way of problems. Obviously, the Jedi aren't losing any sleep over it. Ah. Right, Giggles, you don't want to go outside. Right, Smiles, all volunteered. There you go. Nicely done. Not as though that was the hardest thing in the world to do. Yes, Smiles likes to kill her rabbits in the morning before she eats her breakfast. Before collecting her rabbits. She kills it, eats her breakfast, then collects it. Diver, glad you're awake. No, it's not going to be you, is it? It's Riadra who needs to wake up and collect her lightsaber. So I'll wait a second. Now, Diver's lightsaber. There's the double lightsaber. Okay. Tell you what, sometimes I feel like I'm going crazy. Knee wibble. Metallic tiles, because we put that there. I think the other thing we might want to have a look at as well is a tape. Soon we won't need that, and some stools. Okay, let's speed things up. So I just put a dining room table in there, just keep it a bit happier. Also, looks like I am missing a bit of floor. Right about there. has leveled up. Good stuff, Riandra. Now where are we? We'll put your reflection, we'll keep you quiet. Also what we'll do is we'll equip your double-edged lightsaber, even though you only have a hand. Make the place a bit more pleasant to live. Which, thinking about it, is a good idea. Once I've got these finished. Okay, well, while they're sleeping, let's have a quick look at their needs. So we are just looking quite good. Low expectations, tons of joy. Optimist, which is her character trait, is feeling good, and she's got a slightly impressive dining room, which is okay. She's lacking a body part and she's in a little pain, so Riadra is doing okay. Smiles is fine. Vince is in a little pain and is feeling terrible. Diver's a bit worried about her apparel at the moment, and I would have thought Giggles has gone for Vince. I think we might need some more males in here because it is turning into a bit of a taco party right now. Slept in the cold. See outdoor temperature? Alright. So it might be an idea now for me to start thinking about heaters. You know, if it's not one thing, it's another, isn't it? Yeah, one bit sorted. Table's fine. Oh, I'm a bit cold now. They're supposed to be Jedi, you know. They're supposed to be these ultimate fighting badasses, but they just seem to come across as a little bit wimpy. Once again, I do tend to be quite quiet when there's not much to talk about. If you feel that I need to talk about other items or stuff. Oh, that's right. I was going to talk about the Rebel Alliance, wasn't I? Well, here's the thing. When we dealt with the rebels the other day, and guess what I've forgotten to do? My blinking timer yet again. Okay, let's get this sorted, shall we? There we go. Switch the timer on. Infestation. Right. I hate this bit. Well, that, I have to say, was a hell of a lot easier than it has been in the past. Yes! Oh, once again, I'll put this on slow so that I can talk about what I wanted to talk about. The Rebel Alliance, when they came into trade, they had slaves and they had drugs and all the sort of things that you don't quite really resemble with the Rebel Alliance. However, since Rogue One, we've kind of had the inclination that there are two very separate parts of the Rebel Alliance. There's the nobility at the top, who are very much along the lines of commanding everything, but then there's the grunts, the ground troops, the people who get on with the job. And these people, they don't tend to be nice people at all. As we know, one of the characters was leading people to their deaths and killing people off beforehand. So I'm wondering if this rebel cell that we've met happens to be of the less scrupulous variety. They're making money for the rebellion. They're not donating money like Bail Organa would have been, or any of the higher ranking senators that have now become a part of this alliance. Looks like Diver and Vince are getting it on in the thunderstorm. So, yeah, the question of the day is: have we really got it wrong about the Rebel Alliance? Are the Rebel Alliance really the black and white good guys that George Lucas initially envisioned with the first Star Wars, or is there something a little bit more deeper? Have Disney really started to explore into are these people really good guys? And it's an interesting question. It is an interesting question. There's obviously victims on both sides of the argument, and there's a lot of people who are pretty bad. both sides of the argument. So it's a good question. Anyway, let's get back to the game. Oh yeah, if you have any comments on that, you know where to go. Looks like our research is coming very close to being completed. There we go. So we've got the hydroponics done, and now, as agreed, well, as I've decided, should I say, microelectronics is our next big thing that we need to look at. So, hydroponics. So we need steel. We're running out of steel. So let's see if we can find some, shall we? Oh, there we go. Okay, looks like we've got someone joining us. She's a nurse. Well, the good thing is, at least we've got quite a lot of people to help us. Let's have a look at a character. Ooh, she's very good at social. Ooh, yes. Animal 7, medicine 7. Likes construction as well. Mining and intellectual. Okay. Welcome to the fold. No problem is we don't have a room for you. So what I'm going to have to do first is make you share a room. Giggles, and we need to start building out the structure a lot quicker than I thought we would need to. There we go. Let's have a look at her. Good digging. MC firefight number 1, patient 1, doctor. Giggles is better. Riage is better. Okay, so we'll leave that at. Let me just pause it for a second while I get this sorted. Right, Warden will make her. I'm going to take that off Vince as well. Handling will leave for the moment because we haven't got any animals to handle. This is made of a miner as well. Ship research 6. Just for yeah. Okay, my giggles more of a cleaner to make sure everything gets done. Trader. Good stuff. Verdina. It's a female or male? Female. Who's nude? Well, I'll see if we can sell you some stuff. I didn't realise she was nude. There you go. While you're at it, have a chat with Serrano. Okay, let's see what we can get rid of first. Let's get rid of all of our Luciferum because we don't want that. How much have we got? 175. Let's sell the insect jelly as well. There's 2 and 3 that way. We don't want any of our weapons, which is a shame. But perhaps we should... Buy a load of cloth, which will hopefully be there to make some Jedi robes. Let's go that way. I'll accept that. Nah, she's already at it. Well, nutbags. Looks like I've got too much power. Is that not actually connected to anything? Am I the biggest muppet in the world or what? Only I would make a, I think there's an actually... I'm not bothered, darn it. It's actually from the rebels, so... Let's speed things up a bit. Okay, our characters will wake up. Right here, Dana. You need to speak to Bradley. Ooh! Chinchilla for a gazelle. Now, will they buy our crappy weapons? No, they won't. Don't have the move for it. Okay, so we can't really interesting. I wonder if we can actually mine these Jedi stuff. Oh, look at you, Giggles, in your Jedi outfit. we don't need to slow down now. Now I have a feeling I'm going to need to put in a new solar generator. That'll be the reason why. I suspect it might be too deep here, so let's do that. Let's do that. Vince the Gardener has leveled up. Let's bring his defense up sharp. Oh, he's actually got more than 1 point, so let's put his lightsaber accuracy up as well. So, is she any good at... No, she doesn't do any shooting on melee. Probably why the rebels don't want to move some major break risk. Yeah, she's upset about something. Let me have a look at her news. Joy-filled and comfortable. Make about a table. You naked. Right, okay. See, what I didn't expect. Let's change that there and assign her to that bed. And well, I suppose that's the best I can do for the short term anyway, until we get some expansion done. Kind of took me a little bit by surprise that we had someone join us. And now what we'll need to do as well is take this wall down. What I might do is actually switch these. Can I switch them off? There we go. if they're taking too much in the way of power. Nice, nice. Right, first things first. Let's just cancel. Okay, so now let's do some careful mining now, because it looks like we've got an ancient eagle. Probably some sort of Sith architecture. Okay, looks like we're coming to the end of that amount of steel. We're still having problems with this. Why are we having problems with this? Draining too much power. Interestingly. I thought I'd switch these off actually. Don't put the heaters on too early. Well, that's frustrating. Let's put another 2 of those out. Maybe that will help us sort out the power problems. It is storing up now. I suppose it's probably good to have an excess power rather than not having enough. Together. Yep, they're linked. Should mean that should be getting a lot more. I'm wondering if we need a new battery room. Yeah, it's been a bit of a problem this. We now seem to be collecting energy. Even though it is going down again. It's because the wind has died down. There we go. Right, well, come the next big emergency or big change in whatever happens, we shall look to end this episode. And I think where is this chunk of spacecraft? Let me just slow everything down a bit, just so I can see if I can find this chunk of spacecraft. This alleged chunk of spacecraft, should I say? Aha! Wonder if that's part of our old ship, the Millennium Budgie. What we might do. That's an interesting choice. What we might do in this area here when we decide to open it is to actually create a long roundabout way to get round there. So when we open it up, we can run like Fun Nasher and. Let's see what she's building stuff. Just means then I can maybe prepare some guns across there, so when they come down, at least they'll basically be facing the guns directly, and then we can pick them off if there's anything left of them. Hopefully that happens in the next short few moments. What I'll do is I'll experimentation straight away. I suppose we could create hassle for ourselves and open this up, and then hope the Jedi are good enough to stop it. I mean, if you're getting the big worms with the miniguns and stuff, I don't think would last too long, in all fairness. Right. Just what we didn't need. We've got muscle parasites. If I remember correctly, these are really, really, really irritating. Right. Looks like the muscle parasites are being treated. Well, that smiles as you've been treated and not yet. So, Googles, you have medical skills, don't you? Don't like the fact I can hear fire. That don't sound like no fun. Psychic suit. Oh. Never had that happen before. Right, I think I'm going to go for it. Stupidly enough. I mean, our Jedi have got healing powers. They can heal themselves and they can heal each other. Oh, I'll do that for next time. I think that is probably where I shall leave it. Looking at the time, we will see what happens a bit further down the line. But until then, what I might do is I might let this run slightly after recording to allow this this hole to be dug. and then next episode we will see what's inside. Right, so thank you very much for watching. If you have a comment, please pop it down in the comments below. Any sort of discussion that I've had over this period of time, or anything that you might want to say or help me with, I'm happy. If you want to have a character as your name, or your character name, I'm happy to do that for you. Just pop it down and let me know. If you like what you see, press the like button. If you don't like what you see, please do press the dislike button. But please, if you could, take the time to put a comment down in the section to tell me why you've disliked it. I would be very grateful to help you. I'm still building this up, and I'd like your help to help me make the content that you want to see. If you are liking where I'm going with this, don't forget to click the subscribe button. And apart from that, I will see you next time, hopefully, if I've kept you interested. And we will speak to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.